Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. Good luck and nice games. Well, I certainly hope so. First game was memes, I guess. Basically just usual EU chat. We have way too many tanks in the middle of the map, man. What the fuck is our 260? It's not a slow tank. Oh! Hello, entire enemy team that I guess wasn't high enough to see. This I-7 could get easy farm. Unless he gets already a lot, I guess. Don't have an explanation for that. Oh, he's coming really far up. Wow, the 260 is like in the base still. What the fuck? Damn. Some of the hatches in this game are really fucking bullshit. Like really stupid. What? Oh my god, the low roll. Oh, he died anyway. Shame. You fired all your workers and got fences. What? Why would you fire them? You're on 34 months, civvies. Thank you so much for the 34 months of resubs, dude. I appreciate it. And I imagine that the only explanation for them doing that is that this is a fixed version of the boss and that we're being used to beta test it rather than the Korean servers. Because the Koreans have been complaining recently about being the beta test server for it, so. But you didn't need to fire your workers to do that. That's just just putting contribution into farming instead of... I mean, like, it doesn't make sense. So gather shards at all, chopping, so you're trying your hand to... That's just a contribution. I mean, chopping would have just been gathering, so... I crashed the server before, so... Here's hoping that we get an adjusted version of the boss. Copper's never been worth a lot of money. It's always been a trash node in terms of making crates or whatever with it. I wish I could make another one, Zibbies, but 2 years is the maximum Twitch allows in terms of extra stuff. What? For resubs? Yo, if we all focus this guy, he would die. Or I could just fucking bounce. Alright. So that's 2 shots that you basically have no chance to explain what the fuck happened. Nice job, E50M. I wish I could add another one. I don't know what it would be. Maybe rainbow. You know. You gotta really love me if you resub for that long. But yeah, there's unfortunately no way to do any more than 2 years. Twitch doesn't have a system for it. Or an option for it, rather. That was pure filth. I do not understand everything you say. I do not know anything in English, but I like to see your games. Thanks, man. I don't have enough gun depression. Oh, so Portuguese is what you speak, not Spanish, sorry. I have a hard time distinguishing. Just usual garbage teams turtling after getting a lucky goal. Nothing much to say about it. You need a lucky breakthrough when those teams turtle like that. They don't play the game, they just play to put 11 men behind the ball and get lucky, basically. I knew before going into that game I had a bad feeling about it, so whatever. Completely nullifies the Manchester City result. What I expected. Because we beat teams that try to play against us, actually play the game. We can't beat teams that don't play. I have one thing in mind, get a lucky result. Losing the other flank. I need to win this somehow. Shit. I need our IS-7 to be able to hold while I win this flank. Fuck, RNG is really screwing me up here. After the T-54 shot, maybe I deserve it. Watch me as a reference. Well, it's good that people still try to learn the game rather than blame other factors. I have a 45% win rate because I get on noob teams all the time, or RNG screws me all the time, or I don't fire gold, or I don't... Whatever, I don't know. I don't use Warpack. Well, they also have world-class defenses. Just helps stop these gimmicky results, you know? What? How did I miss that? What the fuck? Got him. Welcome to my game, yeah. What's up, Hokum? Welcome to my world. Welcome to my RNG. Yeah, I mean, I've been really impressed with Robertson, actually, and I think Van Dijk is a good signing. Expensive, but considering what he's worth to us, worth every penny, I guess, if he keeps playing the way he is. I think he's been quite good, and you know, so far. I mean, that goal that they got was just fucking RNG carried shit teams. All bad teams are usually RNG carried in some way like that. You know. Wasn't some fantastic goal. They just got lucky with a poorly defended set piece. Can I get your RNG hacks? Oh, lol. Personal missions? What? Apparently I did something. I don't know. I got part of the T-55A for demo by doing something. Alright. How do I even find them? Oh, is it campaign? Oh, it's because I did. Oh, so what do I have left? Huh, okay. Hey, Mogoth. I don't know. I would love to sign Lloris, actually. I really rate Lloris, but... Canadian, good morning then, and thank you for the 2 months resub. Appreciate it, man. EU Matchmaker is so nice. I fucking love playing on EU. I feel revitalized playing on this server. But I have to play my account. I want to play my account. You know, it's not much I can do about NA being Garbo. But oh, we have to prevent this Super Conqueror from a free cross. Better than nothing. We know where he is at least. So many TDs. It's probably gonna be like a waffle 4 back there or some shit. Oh my god, another guy. No, they were supposed to do the offer. They haven't made the offer to EU yet. Only to the Asia server for whatever reason. We could literally get capped out here, and I don't think there's much we can do about it unless we win this very, very quickly. Oh, the Waffle 4 actually isn't camping in his base. What the fuck? Pretty sure this guy is AFK. Yep. How did they not realize they could cap us out, man? I mean, don't get me wrong, I hope they continue not to notice, but they could very easily do it. Hey Artie, you're so fine. So fine, you blew my mind here, Artie. Hey Emro. Well, I'm glad they're not capping. I'm happy they went for the brawl, but since they tried to beat us out in a better defended position, then they were always going to lose then. Well, I don't know. I mean, are you on the east coast of Canada? I mean, I play NA from the UK, so I always deal with higher ping. It's another thing I look forward to on the EU servers. Shit, I knew he was gonna come back for me. Yeah, I have made a few videos. I think that patch should just be scrapped, and I think they should skip to 1.0. Toronto, yeah, so that's far enough east that you should get okay ping. But you won't get your account transferred, at least I don't think so. They said they weren't going to transfer people that actually didn't live in the relevant areas for the new servers to be transferred to. It's on maintenance tracker. Lab, thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. Shit. The Super Conqueror has been on my D since I got over here, so. Fuck. Didn't align. I'm gonna die here. He should have been pressured a long time ago. I'm not really sure what's taking our team, because I moved in because we'd won everything, and they're only just now moving in the middle. I don't know what's going on. What time is it for me? Well, I'm on UST time, so it's 12:45. Videos on YouTube or Twitch? Well, YouTube, I suppose. I mean, I streamed the test server, but I think that whole patch should just be scrapped. And they should just wait and get 1.0 right, you know? don't think there's anything necessary in that patch at all. Instead, they could just take it and maybe rebalance some of the tanks that do need the help. Just slight tweaks, nothing major, but instead we've got these like alien tanks and gimmicky armor tanks that we don't need. So. You wish you had time to grind the 430, but you're still working on the 140. Yeah, that 430 is going to be really strong, really strong. It's going to be the new go-to medium, I think. If they keep the armor the way it is. I mean, it's so easy to hide the lower front plate, and then after that, you basically have no weak point. So, pretty crazy how strong that tank is. This Matchmaker, oh my god, this server, dude. I need my account moved to this shit. Yeah, when they made the NA Central server, they said, because there's no longer an East server and a West server, that if, you know, you want, because your ping is worse because of the new Central server, we will be doing account transfers to relevant servers. They started with the stupid Asia servers, and they're apparently still going on with that. So yeah. I play on NA, but this is Europe. I'm on EU right now. I want my account transferred to this though. It'll just be so much more comfortable for me to play. I can hit shots better. I can have more comfortable matchmaker. Just everything better about this server, but there's nothing I can do about it. Oh really? I took some damage from that? Oh my god. It's not a lot, but still. But the 44 went... I actually don't know. I have to look at it. I haven't memorized it. You should get your account moved. You can't right now. Unless you're maybe moving to the Asia server. I don't know. Maybe that's still going on. But I've heard nothing about moving to Europe. It's just really been very frustrating to me. Yeah, U1, U2, those two servers. Server smack back in the middle of the Atlantic. Well, no, it just need to let people that need to play on the EU server get to the EU server. I don't think they, I don't know, I don't think they can rescue the NA server at this point. Unless they make a massive amount of balance adjustments. Like 1.0 will bring people back because generally the maps do look really nice. The redesigned sounds could be interesting. A lot of people will return for that, I think, but the problem is they'll return to a game that's really badly balanced and very un-new player friendly. It's not even veteran player friendly. So yeah, I mean, realistically what they should have done is taken patch 9.22 and done a massive overhaul in the balance of the game and then release 1.0, you know? But a lot of what needs to be done about the game would not be popular with certain people, you know? For example, reworking how HE works with certain tanks like the Type 4 heavies and things like that. There'll be a lot of people that get really upset about losing some of their derp guns, even if it's for the betterment of the game. They'll still be upset about it, you know. Then there's artillery, of course. If they removed artillery and then released 1.0, we'd be looking at like an enormous revival of the game. But it's not just that. There's RNG and things like that could be toned down and. The rebalancing of certain armors on tanks to make them actually have proper weak points, and then once you've done that, then you can rework gold rounds. Like right now, certain tanks need access to high pen APCR and high pen heat because otherwise they simply wouldn't be able to touch a lot of these tanks because there is no frontal weak points and the maps aren't balanced around being able to flank properly. Gold rounds are actually necessary for the current state of the game. However, if you were to actually properly balance tanks to have weak points rather than have no frontal weak points except when you start shooting premium rounds. Then you could do something about gold. I'm gonna get hit here. Oh no, he missed. There's a scorpion just sat up there. But a lot of, like I said, a lot of these changes that needs to happen for the game's health would be very, very, very brave for wargaming. It would take a lot for them to decide to say, okay, well let's actually try to balance the game rather than build the game around funneling people economically into firing premium, and therefore buying more premium tanks, credit packages, and everything else that you can imagine. Wow, there's actually an E4 up there. Oh, that's so sad. I was lucky. Like T1 and E4 just camp back there. This is what I'm talking about. It drives me nuts about TD players. Even when they're like top tier. This dude's top tier. Look where he's sat, right? This shit is my biggest pet peeve about people in this game. I mean, wargaming can't exactly do a great deal about it. It's not specifically their fault, but it's still super frustrating. If I was on the enemy team this game, I would have been absolutely raging. Because, like, what's he doing? It's not like, if it was a full tier 10 game, you could almost forgive it, right? If it was full tier 10. But he's a top tier tank in a game where there's tier 8s. You know? There's only 3 tier 10s aside. One of them's an artillery piece. Really? I thought I had a guy with me. Guess I didn't. So, yeah, I don't know. That shit drives me nuts. Subway. Anyway, I'm gonna really enjoy playing on the 1.0 maps, you know, all the HD maps. I was really impressed by their work on the HD maps. I think they look really nice, but like I said, it just, unfortunately, it's gonna be paired with ship balance. So, you know, unless you freshen up the game, it's gonna be so old until we get used to it, you know. Just like when everything was released, like the new physics and things like that. At first, it was like really like, whoa, this is weird. It took a while to get used to it, but then you do get used to it, and then it's like nothing, you know. Yeah, but the thing is, if they offer a paid option to play without artillery, then they're admitting that artillery is bad for the game state. They know it's bad, to be honest with you. I think they do. They're just worried about alienating that portion of the fan base that will only ever play artillery. Well, yeah, I mean, Steps was ruined, but let's hope they... I mean, they were told by people that went over to talk to them that what they've done is an awful thing. They rely sometimes far too heavily on their numbers and statistics that they feel like can tell them everything about a tank, which is clearly not working because they think that the Leopard 1 would be overpowered if they tweaked it. They think that the Type 5 Heavy is a hard tank to play, so clearly it's because a lot